There's a reason peace can feel strange when you spent years surviving chaos. Your conscious mind may say, I want better, but your subconscious may be whispering, pain is familiar, change is unknown, and familiar feels safe. This is one of the most difficult aspects of your inner world. The subconscious doesn't always choose what's good for you. It chooses what it recognizes. It chooses what your nervous system has rehearsed. It chooses the emotional environment that once helped you to survive, even if that same environment is now slowly destroying your peace. So when you keep returning to the same kind of relationship, the same kind of disappointment, the same emotional pattern, it's not because you're weak. It may be because part of you still believes that the old pain feels like home. And until that part of you is seen, loved, and reprogrammed, your life will keep trying to recreate the wound in the name of safety. One of the most confusing parts of healing is realizing that you can want peace and still resist it. You can want love and still feel uncomfortable when someone treats you gently. You can want success and still sabotage yourself when life begins to open up. You can want freedom and still feel pulled back toward the old prison, because the prison is painful, but at least your nervous system knows the walls. That's the conflict. Part of you wants expansion. Another part of you wants familiarity. And the subconscious doesn't measure safety the way your higher awareness does. It doesn't ask, is this healthy? It asks, have I been here before? Do I know how to survive this? That's why old pain can feel more comfortable than new peace. Not because pain is good, but because pain has become predictable. At some point in your life, your nervous system learned a language. Maybe it learned that love comes with tension, or that relationships lead to abandonment. Or perhaps it learned that peace never lasts, so you should stay guarded, even when nothing's wrong. The survival self forms around those lessons. It watches, it adapts, it creates emotional strategies to keep you from being hurt again. But the survival self isn't the same as the true self. The survival self is the version of you that learned how to function inside pain. It learned how to read moods, anticipate rejection, or shrink before someone else can make you feel small. And because it helped you to survive, part of you still trusts it. That's the painful part. The pattern protected you at one time. But what protected you in an unsafe environment can become the very thing that blocks a brighter future. The armor that helped you survive the battlefield becomes too heavy when you finally reach open ground. The deepest shift happens when you realize the subconscious doesn't confuse pain with safety because it wants you to suffer. It confuses pain with safety because pain is well known. Your body knows the tension. Your emotions know the pain. Your mind knows the story. This is why a peaceful relationship can feel unfulfilling. This is why emotional consistency can feel like something's missing. This is why a calm season of life can make you feel anxious, as if your system is waiting for the next disaster to prove that the old worldview was right. But peace isn't the problem. The problem is that your system hasn't learned how to trust it yet. It's learned how to survive intensity. It's learned how to bond through uncertainty. It's learned how to confuse emotional intensity with connection. So when life finally becomes quieter, the old self may panic and say, something's wrong. But nothing may be wrong. You may simply be detoxing from chaos. And on a deeper level, this isn't just psychological. It's spiritual. Because every pattern is also a veil. Every unconscious wound becomes a lens through which you see yourself. When the wound is active, you don't see reality clearly. You see reality through the expectation of harm. You may look at love and see danger, You may look at rest and see laziness. You may look at abundance and see the possibility of losing everything. The old program becomes a false interpreter. It stands between consciousness and truth. But your deeper self was never born from that wound. Your soul isn't the trauma pattern. Your awareness isn't the survival script. The light within you isn't damaged because the mind learned to be afraid. Source isn't asking you to stay loyal to the environment that hurt you. Source is calling you back into alignment with what was always deeper than the wound. And here's the truth that most people don't want to face. Sometimes the pain continues because part of you keeps choosing what confirms your old identity. If you've always felt unwanted, you may feel drawn to people who make you prove your worth. If you've always felt unsafe, you may mistake emotional intensity for passion. If you've always had to earn love, you may feel uncomfortable receiving love freely. That doesn't mean that you're broken. It means the subconscious is trying to complete an old story by recreating the same emotional stage and hoping this time the ending will change. Healing happens when you stop sabotaging your future with the wounds of your past. At some point, you have to stop asking the old pain for permission to move on. When peace feels unfamiliar, don't immediately run back to chaos. Pause and name what's happening. My system isn't in danger. My system is adjusting to something new. When someone treats you with steadiness, don't confuse the absence of anxiety with the absence of chemistry. When life gets quiet, don't create a problem just to feel normal again. You're teaching your subconscious a new truth. Safety doesn't have to feel intense. Love doesn't have to feel uncertain. Peace doesn't have to be earned through suffering. This takes repetition. You can't shame the survival self into surrendering. You have to show it, again and again, that the new life won't destroy you. Every time you choose stillness instead of reaction, you're teaching the body. Every time you stay present instead of returning to the old loop, you're teaching the mind. Every time you let peace remain without sabotaging it, you're teaching the subconscious that home can feel different now. If this journey spoke to you, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone ready to experience life beyond thought. Comment below. What old pain are you finally ready to stop calling home? I read every comment. If you would like to support my work directly, you can do so at buymeacoffee.com/magnumopus333. Or you can explore some original merchandise at my Teespring store online. The link is in the description below. Or perhaps consider becoming a channel member or sending a super thanks. Any support is greatly appreciated. Remember, your consciousness is the key that unlocks reality. Let's keep unlocking it together. Thank you for watching. Until next time.